did it!
Oh my
I
god.
did it! I
Oh
pressed
my
the
god.
button!
Hey guys. The fuck is wrong with you?
What's right with me? The list is probably shorter.
Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back. Fucking intro. Jeez.
I've got nothing. That was it. There was no plan.
Oh my gosh.
Just went with it.
So this week we are talking about when super power battles become commonplace in everyday life.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah. Wanna just delve right into it?
Should we yay or nay?
Well, that's what I meant. Like, I wasn't sure if you had any comments before anything.
I'd say nay.
You say nay?
I say nay.
I knew you were going to. When I first watched this, I'm like, okay, for me, I'd say yes because I have my reasons, but
It's
like,
I'm gonna say it's close. It's close, but like it just doesn't quite hit the mark.
I think like the moment I finished the series, I'm like, and I'm like, I knew I was gonna give it to you. I was just like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say no on, like he's not gonna like it for one major reason, and I knew it immediately.
What's the major reason?
The show doesn't follow a plot. There is zero plot to it.
What's the end game? Why?
Like, they get these powers but don't do shit with them.
Like, what's the point? Why do you name No.
I knew it immediately when the series finished, because, like, I even wondered that. I'm like, why did they get these powers then? If they weren't gonna do anything with them.
And they freaking hint at it too. They're like, no, there's like this giant battle going on. Like the last 5 or so, like, become gods, and like it doesn't fucking matter.
And then it's just like the guy who's been leading them is just like has been telling everybody else, yeah, just leave that group alone.
Yeah, leave
those kids alone.
Leave them in their bubble. They're not gonna hurt anybody. Hopefully.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
It's one of the most aggravating things, because you're like, you have these amazing superpowers that are like beyond broken, which I understand. You cannot balance that. There's a reason why they don't fight anybody else but each other, because literally there's nothing else that would come close to to these characters.
Yeah, some of them are pretty OP broken powers.
So like, it's just ridiculous. And like, you just get to that point and it's just like, well, what are we gonna do with this? And the fucking writer didn't know what the fuck to do with it. So
Alright, so do you want to give a little like synopsis of the story? Or lack thereof?
Yeah, where do I start? So I guess we start with Ando. Ando? Whatever. Doesn't matter. He's freaking dumb. He's a moron, and everyone knows he's a moron. And
he's not really a moron. He's just very imaginative.
He's a moron. And he deserves every second of every belittling. He sets himself on fire, can't put it out. He deserves it. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Fuck that guy. So there he is, being absolute douche nozzle and playing around, and then he gets these superpowers, and by superpowers I mean a black flame that literally does fuck all.
So far.
And like, then you have Miss who can stop time. You have the one who can literally alter reality. The one that can that's any element has
Yep,
control.
she's the Avatar.
She's the Avatar with control over every element, and then Tits McGee, who is literally just there to like put things back the way they were.
She has the ability to restore anything to its original state.
Yeah. So, by the way, that gets abstract as fuck, man.
It's them growing and learning more about their power.
So, I think that's what it was supposed to be, but like, in reality, it turns to be like a really, really badly done comedy with really, really badly done action that knows it's bad, which doesn't make it good.
Like, can we just say that it kind of went from like 0 to 100 for like what the fuck just happened
for 2 episodes, and then it goes back to just diddling its fingers.
Well, it's when the main dude like progresses his power to like a flame that never dies, and like it's burning his hand and will consume him. So like immediately.
Oh yeah, they chop off his head.
She's just like, she turns to the one that can make anything out of nothing, just like, do you know what a guillotine is? Asking this little kid, and she's just like, yeah, girl. Make it. And they chop off his hand. She's like, I can fix it. Just chop it off. It's like, what the fuck?
It's so dumb.
Like, I'm like, that went from 0 to 100 so fast.
But like, at no point does, like, the main character is, through normal anime and TV tropes, fucking worthless.
Oh yeah, he's the one who knows about all this shit, or like loves that kind of stuff and like the fantasy aspect of all of it, and he gets like the worst goddamn power.
So he's just pointless. There's just no reason to even acknowledge his existence.
He's so useless.
And everybody else is broken beyond belief.
Right?
And it's dumb. It's a dumb show.
There are some good moments to it. Like just like like some of the stuff they do in life that don't have really anything to do with the fact that they have superpowers, okay. Because it's like, why, like, this could have just been a slice of life series.
It could have been, and it could have been funny slice of life, but they just they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with it, like, at all. They're like, we want this slice of life but with superpowers, and like people looked at them funny and were like, that sounds amazing, greenlit. And then like, first episode comes out and they're like, yeah, we're testing out these superpowers, awesome. And the second episode, I could steal superpowers, I'm awesome. And the third episode comes out and it's just like, so I was reading this book and
right? Like, it's so weird.
It gave me goddamn whiplash.
Can like, did you have any episode that you were particularly fond of?
No, because every time it like hinted or was like going in the right direction, they just put a stop to it. Like there was the part where they were like, okay, so this guy who graduated from this class or whatever, was like, graduated from the school and used to be in the club, like, he's now out of it, right? Like, he's no longer a part of it, but he's got superpowers and he knows what's going on, and they're like hunting people down, and like, I'm like, okay, cool, so maybe we got some behind the scenes, like keeping these people safe, or like whatever it is, it doesn't matter, right? So weird, crazy superpower stuff is going on, and they're like, well, that's not important, let's go back to these main characters that are doing nothing.
See, I think one of my favorite episodes was the I think it spanned 2 episodes. It was the whole thing where he ends up like, the main dude wants to spend time with everybody in the club during summer break. and he
Oh,
ends
and
up getting roped
keeps getting stuck in the same freaking
going to
park.
that water park, and he was gonna get asked a third time, and then instead he ends up, and then like at the end he goes to the beach. So it's just like, goddamn, dude.
Yeah, really.
But like this series has some good moments. Like I found, you got to admit, some of the gifts I sent you were kind of interesting.
Interesting? I don't know if interesting is the right word for it.
I think one of the first ones I sent you was when what's her face? You referred to her as like Tits McGee.
Oh yeah,
Takanashi.
Takanashi or Sayumi.
Yeah. Just fucking hauls off and decks the dude at the water park.
Oh
one
yeah.
guy. Oh man.
That was
like,
like it was really strange. It was really really strange because they're like, we're gonna set this up as a harem, but like the main character's inept, so that's not gonna work. So like maybe we'll have that be a joke. Like we'll have this girl come and like be his girlfriend, and like that lasted all of fucking half an episode. Like like my problem is the jokes couldn't last longer than half an episode.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Like
the pacing of this series is very bad.
It's awful. There's so much downtime, and then there's like a joke here, and then it's like, oh, a whole bunch of downtime, and then, oh, we'll have an action scene here, and never refer to it again. And it just
Yeah. There was, I knew you weren't gonna like this series.
Which is funny because like I'm almost on the verge of like meh, like if you wanted to, like there's no harm in it, but it's like one of those, it's just like, what, why, like why would you make a series and then have it be about kids getting freaking superpowers and then nothing, like literal nothing,
right? Like the name of the show doesn't really affect anything because it's super powered battles. They don't battle.
Literal ever. There's no actual, like the quote unquote battle that you see is literally the girl comes in, steals the one person's superpower, and then like the guy goes, yeah, give that back. And then she gives it back. Like that's the extent of it.
Other than them like sparring to test their power.
But that's just the thing. Like it's saying that these supernatural battles are commonplace and that they're happening and like it's every day.
There is no commonplace.
There isn't.
They're not common.
They're about as rare as fucking coherency in this bitch. Like like besides the blonde being a ditz, the redhead being a fucking tsundere, and Sayumi just trying to be like, I'm the best, like there is nothing about this that's any sort of like, oh, this happens, and then there's, you know, action, and then there's like, it just doesn't matter because at no point does anything gravitate toward anything besides maybe, oh, by the way, now my whole arm set's ablaze and I can't put it out. Like, that's it.
Yeah. But
I'm pretty sure I'd have a completely opposite opinion if they had one goddamn payoff in the show.
no, I fully agree. There's not like, there really isn't any payoff to anything.
Well, like when you watch Berserk, you're like, dude just cleaved 50 people in half and he's saying, oh yeah, by the way, I'll cleave 50 people more, but it might take me a little bit longer because my blade's gone dull. Like pray it kills you in one hit. Like, that's freaking awesome, and that's a great payoff to any show. Like, that's just amazing. And then you talk about this show, and it's just like, I mean, there was an episode where she uses her powers and is all like, restore this group to its full potential, and Mr. Dipshit gets or one of them gets teleported back to, I think it was Hatoko? Whatever. Gets teleported back to the group because that's how restoration works, I guess.
Because the original state of the club is all of them there.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a climactic point in the show. Like, that's a climactic point.
Like, you'd imagine these people would go kick some ass to try getting her back. Just, nope.
No, we're gonna sit around a table and just wish her back.
Will her here.
Yeah. So it was one of those really strange
with
things.
The power of friendship.
It was just one of those really strange things that I disagree with. Like, you could have done so much with that kind of a template. Like, I can think of like 3 more shows that have the same template. They're in high school. There's a whole bunch of girls and one guy, and they go around kicking ass. Let's say High School DxD. Like I'm just gonna rattle that one off and just leave it there because there's literal 1,000 of them. Why do you not have a payoff?
Yep. Because this show is paced like shit.
Why are you called when supernatural battles become commonplace when there isn't a single supernatural battle in the entire fucking show?
Like, I think I'm more okay with the series is because I liked quite a few of the characters in this.
If the characters were redeemable, I think maybe one of them I didn't despise.
Which one?
Tomoyo.
See, she was like one of my least favorite.
But she was like, "Oh, I'm doing this thing. It's kind of embarrassing for me, but like I'm actually committing to it." And like,
oh, I gotta tell you how I ended up finding this series. It was because of GIF.
Of course, it was a GIF.
It was a GIF of when the main dude Jirai ends up finding out about Tomoyo about her writing on her laptop.
Oh,
it was when he looks up, gets a very, very, very quick glance at the screen, and she slams it down. She's like, "You didn't see, did you?" He's like, "What? The porn on your computer?"
Yeah.
And like the moment I saw that, I'm like, okay, I gotta give this show a try.
Oh.
I'm like,
that would have been so much more fun.
She's like, "No, it wasn't porn." And then he just lists off exactly what it was. And she's like, "How the hell did you get that from such a short glance?"
Oh, it's so dumb.
So, all right, I think we've pretty much set our piece with this.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I should probably bring up the piece of paper. Okay, I got it. I got mine.
You got yours?
I got mine. Are you ready?
Right.
Are you ready?
I guess.
Are you sure?
I think.
Miss Caretaker of Sonohara Sao.
I
think you might enjoy this one a little bit.
You said it was Miss Caretaker?
Yeah, MISS Caretaker of SUNOHARA -SOU.
Ah, you said Sunahara So?
Yeah, Sunohara Sao.
Alright. So, alright.
I'm not even spoiling anything. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Fair enough.
Suck it, Trebek.
Alrighty, so I guess that'll be our next one.
This is a show it was made. We should probably watch it.
Yeah, I guess.
Whee! Bye. All right, what's up?
What's up?
Just kidding, I haven't ended it yet. Okay, no, I did.